Peace, peace, y'all. Welcome to today's mathematics with your girl Sunshine Monet L. Today is 6241. We're in the space of 2 and 4. Please don't pee on that. Um, we're finding balance, harmony, justice, fairness, being in our authenticity and truth. We're also finding what we value, what we prioritize, as well as our wisdom, our chokma, our expansion, and our chesed, which is our celestial blueprint. Expanding your celestial blueprint today. That's cool. Chokma and chesed for the day are both ruled by Jupiter. So Jupiter's on the forefront. You know, Jupiter is on his way to transit into the Leo zodiac. So I'm about to have my Jupiter return, y'all, just to think about me real quick. But yes, we are expanding our celestial blueprint, our internal law, our moral and integral code here. You know, I actually was having this conversation last night that kind of went out into the day of, you know, what we label as right and wrong and good and bad. And when we're in our Chokmah or our Tahuti energy, that we have expanded past that. You know, that's more so our third Sephiro, our Bina energy, where we, you know, are really into, you know, discipline and that order and compartmentalizing things and stuff. So when you get out here, it's like you kind of like let go of those kind of judgments, which is where the expansion comes from. And then, you know, having a balance between the 2 and 3, which you guys should have been working on yesterday to bring you into power. You would know that, you know, we need both. We need both. We need both. So if you find yourself being overactive in your sacral chakra to where there is no discipline, there is no order and things of that nature, you know, for yourself or for other people in your space, you want to like recalibrate your sacral chakra. So today is a good day to do that. You know, 2 being Venus and 4 being the moon. So those are the 2 planets to focus on today as well. Venus, because, you know, 2 is Taurus energy, what we value, what we prioritize. It's going to poop right in front of the entrance sign. It's cool. And then 4 being Cancer. That's how we nurture others, and that's how we nurture ourselves and stuff. And that brings us to 6, equality, you know. So come on, what you pour into your heart chakra, what you pour into your womb today, how you connect it to your feelings, to your intuition, will determine what you get back. You know, so keep that in mind today. In the space of equality, Virgo rules over the 6 of health, wellness, daily routine, moral and integral code, our habits, how we listen, how we speak, how we teach, how we learn. Also, manifesting, which is the festival of the hands, harvesting things is all on the 6 as well. So we already know how you move your hands will determine, you know, what it is that you create. That's all on the 6. And we are also in the month of 6, so we're going to put the 2 6s together. So today is definitely a big day of the hands and harvesting and creating, and that's fun. That's going to bring us to knowledge and wisdom, which ultimately brings us to the 3 of understanding. And we talked a little bit about this being a second energy. We talked about it heavy yesterday too. So you guys already know, you know, being in the triangle in your mind with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding here. So today is a great day for like creating, manifesting, harvesting. We're going to put the 3 to the year 4 this year. I mean, year 1 this year has been brought to us by 2026. Wisdom in our space and wisdom in our sense of equality. So there go another 6 for you. We got the 3 6 today. That brings us to carbon energy. But when we add this 1 to the 3, it brings us to 4. So overall, today is the day of Mayat. Today is the day of the celestial blueprint. Creating your internal law and order is on the forefront today. And it starts with finding wisdom. So you pay attention to how your boundaries have been in the past, how your celestial blueprint has been for you in the past, your different experiences with it, enforcing it and things. Because yesterday we were on a 5. And today we're just going to be on a 6. We're going to start implementing things, you know, organizing and scheduling yourself, especially on a Wednesday. Today is actually ruled by Mercury. So being on those 6s on a mercurial day is, you know, divine alignment. So happy manifesting. Today could be a great day for my 1 4s and 7s because y'all be standing on business. My 8s as well. My 22s. Y'all know what to do. My 3, 6, and 9s, this is a great day for you guys as well in the realms of manifesting and bringing things into fruition, into the physical, you know, so don't get discouraged, you know, because I know a lot of us like build based on how we feel, especially artists. Artists create based on how they feel and what they feel and things like that. And so we just have to find that square in our spiral, you know, put some discipline, put some order into those feelings and things like that, not to rush them, not to suppress them. I was actually having a thought about that earlier today too, because I feel like a lot of people project how they deal with their emotions and stuff like that on these ones and zeros onto other people. And it's like, if you don't deal with your emotions or your quote unquote challenges and traumas the way other people do, you're in the wrong. And that's not true. A lot of people choose to ignore the experiences that they've had or pretend like they never happened and call it healing. And to be healed is not to pretend like nothing ever happened. Your traumas are a part of your story. They're a part of your testimony. You have every right to utilize your traumas or alchemize your traumas. That's the beauty of Chiron. Get into with your Chiron placement will teach you how, the best way for your own electromagnetic energy, how to alchemize your wounds and your traumas into strengths. Some people have been through abuse and now they have organizations and books and movies and things to help other people that are coping. Some people went to jail and had traumatizing experiences that call on them to make their own nonprofits and, go to different spaces and speak in places that encourage people not to go to jail or, encourage people that are in jail and stuff like that. So it's not about acting like your wounds never happened. It's not about, not talking about your traumas and stuff as if they're not a part of your story, as if they don't, you know, help mold you who you are today, because they do. I don't care how long ago they happened. Just like anything else that we've experienced. You know what I'm saying? We learn how to count. We learn ABCs. We learn shapes. We learn how to read the map. We learn a whole bunch of stuff in kindergarten and stuff like that. We learn how to deal with traumatic experiences too. We learn how to be resilient. We learn how to deal with certain kind of people, places, and situations and ideas. We learned a lot of stuff in our childhood that we still carry on today. And don't let people tell you to cherry pick what's convenient for them for you to carry into your adulthood. You understand? You just have to learn how to find balance and how not to yeah, I guess I use the word leak. I don't really want to though. How not to leak those pains onto others. That's really what it is, when you get into that space where you're depending on other people to help you heal or put you in a healing space or da. That's your job. That's your work. Okay. So utilize this to help you guys with that too, as far as Cancer, and it deals with that nurturing energy. So nurture those spaces of yourself. And remember all those times and places that you wish that you were being nurtured, that you didn't feel it, and give it to yourself today. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking for other people to give it to you. Sometimes I think that's where they be coming from. They just, communicate it in a funny way. We deal with an experience with one person and we get on these ones and zeros and make it about like a whole generalized thought about one demographic. You know what I'm saying? And that's not, sometimes it's not always, intentional. Sometimes it is. Either way, it is what it is. And that's my take on those things. But enjoy this day at 4. Reach out if you would like your personal mathematics, your personal astrological report. I am doing an astrology class next Sunday. So I hope to see you guys there. Reach out. I do take payment plans and bartership for tuition. And yeah, peace, peace.